is March 19, 2012. Everybody else is studying for midterms, but you are watching UTTV News. I'm John Smith.
And I'm Irina Vukosavich.
This week we have coverage on sports and in-depth analysis of Kony. But first,
we have exclusive election coverage and interviews with the runners-up. After voting ended on Thursday, unofficial results were posted on the UTSU website. So far, the Team Unity slate was most favored, with twice as many votes than the students' first slate in every candidate category.
We'd really like to congratulate them, obviously, on their win. It was, well-deserved, and we're not contesting their legitimacy to win.
Sean Shepard took the lead for president, while independent slate candidate Rohail Tanoli trailed behind in second.
In the past few years, we've seen the same people run government, and I know a lot of these people. They're good people in general. Though I disagree with them politically, they are my friends. But what I'd like to see is a change of ideas, and that will be brought about by different people running for government.
Despite the uncontested results, runners-up still had concerns about the election process.
The one thing we believe they had the advantage on was obviously resources. I mean, the current electoral policy states that you are eligible to get up to $1,200 refunded, presuming you don't get any demerit points, which also carry a financial fine. The problem with that is you have to have the $1,200 to put down initially, and that's not the case with everybody. I mean, $1,200, like when you're in university, like if you're paying for your own fees, if you're on OSAP, like that's quite a bit of money. A lot of them haven't been full-time undergraduate students for a while now, and like being an UTSU executive, as Corey Scott has been for a number of years now, does pay you a salary of, I believe it's around $26,000 a year. So like, that is significantly more money than I make in a year.
The fundamental issue here is that the CRO is related to the CFS, and that is a problem. I think that needs to be changed. We need to have more. I'm not saying that they were biased in any way, because I think they did a very good campaign. I just think that we need to have, on principle, someone who has no affiliation with any organization running the elections, so that there's absolutely no room for impartiality. The CRO being a part of the CFS is just never a good idea, because the CFS is a multi-million-dollar organization. They got lobbying rights. They span different universities. So it's very possible, and I don't know if this is true, but I'm just saying in principle, it's very possible he could have been pressured to sway one way or the other. But once again, I'd like to thank Daniel Lowe for running the elections, and I think it was very well done.
And now for your favorite and mine, our weekly segment of sports. I honestly don't know what this week's segment is about, but I really like surprises. So I hope you do too. Here we go.
Hey, this is Hoi Chi, your host for UTTV Sports. And as the school year winds down, we want to know exactly how varsity teams did this year and what could have been done to improve them overall. So we're going to be going around the school and we're going to be asking athletes from different varsity teams their opinions on what could have been done to improve. Let's see what they have to say. We're here with Olivia from the lacrosse team. We're with Sherry from the varsity basketball team. We're here with Taylor Bond, the captain of the swim team, and we're going to be asking him a few questions. Say hello to the camera, Taylor.
Hey, UofT TV.
Hello. Hello.
Sweet. All right, so what position do you play in lacrosse?
I play defense. I'm the captain and the point guard of the women's basketball team.
My personal specialty is sprint freestyle, so the 50-meter, 100-meter, and 200-meter races, and occasionally some relays. And as well, I'm the captain of the team this year.
How do you feel that the team did this year?
We did pretty well in the Ontario region. Fell a little short of making it out of Ontario and 2 nationals, but overall good season.
We had some luck during playoffs, playing the third place team, which were also the defending champions, beating them in quarterfinals, making it to semifinals. We ended up in 4th place overall, so it was definitely a good feeling to end off on.
The performance was fantastic this year, probably the best in about 20 years. We won the OUA championship for the 9th year in a row, and we came second in the national championships in Montreal by just a fingernail to UBC.
What did you feel about the attendance at the games?
What attendance?
So our attendance is mostly composed of, I would say, friends of swimmers, former swimmers, and parents and family members.
You probably have your few parents, a couple friends supporting, but that's about it.
Attendance has steadily increased. It's been better in my 4th and 5th year, but I think we can still do better.
What do you think U of T can do to improve school spirit regarding sports and like improve attendance?
Well, the advertising of home games is kind of poor. You walk into the AC, you walk into Varsity Center, you'll see signs, but that's about it. You won't see it anywhere else on campus, especially where a lot of students are. So maybe increasing publicity around campus.
Maybe some like contests, giveaways for people who do come to games, as well as just putting up posters and allowing people to know when and where games are taking place.
I think UofT is doing a great job at promoting athletics this year. They've just implemented a new Code Blue program, which lets, through Twitter updates, Facebook updates, and email, it lets all the UofT athletes know what sports are competing that weekend.
Last question. Now that you're graduating, what are your goals?
I'm hoping to hang around and help out with the women's team here at UofT, as well as helping Troubled Youth in the future.
Well, thank you very much, Sherry, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Hoichi with UTTV, and I want to thank all the athletes who have been part of this for us, and thank you so much for watching. Again.
Kony 2012, the story that's been dominating your newsfeed on Facebook for the past 2 weeks. We take a closer look. Kony 2012, a 30-minute plea to free abducted children in Uganda, has become an overnight phenomenon. Only 2 weeks after its release, it has over 100 million views.
I think it makes Facebook users feel really good about the fact that they're on Facebook. It also kind of works as an ad for Facebook. You know, there's all these images of Facebook and clicking, and you really feel like when you're sharing the video after watching it, you feel like you're part of this movement for like something good for people far away.
The video, made by the non-profit organization Invisible Children, targets rebel leader Joseph Kony, whose group is said to have abducted more than 30,000 children. Some students felt that the video is a step in the right direction.
But in general, I think it's a good cause, and what it's important is the cause.
It's at least getting the, the name out there.
Millions of people have seen the video, right? So I guess it's good.
Others, however, are skeptical about the charity and find the video misleading.
The reason why it's so dangerous is because it's fused it with a really simplistic understanding of this conflict. And so it's depicted this conflict as a problem that's caused by like this evil African man, whereas, it's our job of the innocent, benevolent Western people to go over and save Africa.
They're kind of pro interference from the West.
Yeah.
And well, interference from the West is what really started the problem in the first place. So you got to ask yourself some questions.
It sounds like a very naive kind of just like tug at your heartstrings approach.
In response to criticism, Invisible Children CEO Ben Kesey released a video last Monday. Quote, "We want to be as transparent as possible. Our goal has always been the same, and that's to stop the violence of the LRA permanently and help restore the war-affected communities."
I think there's been maybe too much concern about like details, because it's the cause that I find it's the most important, and obviously it started a discussion, and I mean that in itself is a good thing.
Gee whiz, isn't UTTV news getting better and better every time, Irina?
I think so, John. I'm Irina Vukosavic.
And I'm John Smith.
Take it easy, Toronto.
Well, damn, isn't UTTV news getting better and better every time we do it, Christina? Fuck, what's your name again? Irina.